play. Round 3 here at Myers Reserve. The ball goes in the air. Weiss, neither ruckman gets a tap down clearly. Picked up there by Farah. Off a step towards half forward. Parker can't take the mark for Belpost Hill. Now it's almost stacks on the mill. Ball comes out. Nathan Lewis, just a little shuffle along the ground. Handball came out there to Alice. Alice straight to full forward. Mark almost taken by Angelkovic. He has lined up on Hemley. And, well, that might be a very good move for Belpost Hill. Laurie, Hemley at full forward's taken Angelkovic right out of the game.
Yeah, that's right, Derek. Jamie will have to do a lot of hard work today. I think in the ruck from the north, he's capable of doing that, though.
So, 45 seconds, the ball deep in the forward line for Belpost Hill. There's the first shot on goal.
It's Justin Targa. Doesn't quite take the mark, but takes possession of the ball. Tackled by Weiss. Gets a quick kick off the ground, doesn't gain much ground. Alford picks up the ball, tries to free that out. Comes back now to Beale, I think it is. Takes the handball out, goes wider and finds Fitzsimmons. Goes out wider again, across to the half-back line. Lewis intercepts the ball, steps around the oncoming players. Has a shot towards goal, going towards the square. Corey Batty in the goal square, and Batty has taken the mark right on the 10-metre line, directly in front. So Corey Batty for the Belpost Hill side has the opportunity to score the first major here for the home side.
He's been a goal kicker, Laurie, this year. He looks pretty handy.
So Corey Batty, sorry Laurie, he's gone back and he's kicked that goal.
The ball goes up. Well, neither ruckman, they're both up and down before the ball got there. Nathan Lewis again with his body work in the centre there had an influence, but it's come out for North Geelong through Fitzsimmons. Long kick towards half forward. Certainly I think the wind had a bit of a help to that, took it forward. There's good work picked up by young Bryant for the North Geelong side. To the head of the goal square, off the ground Vesey, perhaps had more time than he thought. North trying hard to score, Belpost still trying hard to clear it out of the danger area, and they've done pretty well so far, just through shuffling the ball along the ground. They've got it out now to half-back flank, a series of handballs, and now it's McAuliffe. Kicks it towards us in the press box here as we're on centre wing. Mark dropped there for North Geelong by Quayle. Now it stacks on the mill. What will the umpire do? Looked a pretty high tackle from here, but
you couldn't see it, Harry. He was blinded.
Blindside. So the ball will be put in the air, true centre wing. 3.5 minutes gone, first quarter. Belpost Hill 7, North Geelong 0.
So ball will be thrown in the air. Weiss gains front possession, knocks the ball down, straight to Fitzsimmons. Good play, kicks the ball forward, going towards Swinnison. Swinnison leads it, but drops the mark. Coming in as Riddle, kicks the ball off the ground, takes it towards the boundary line. He can't pick it up. It's kept in play well there by the North Geelong side. And Normington kicks the ball into the full forward position. Vesey leads out, has support there from Scown. Can he get the ball fed out? No, he can't. Good play from the Belpost Hill players. They tie the ball up. So there's Chris Barnett has got his hand in the air appealing for a free kick there, but the umpire says no, it's going nowhere and we'll ball it up. 20 metres out, directly in front, the North Geelong side in attack. Punched back there by Hammond it is, tries to clear the area, picked up now by Riddle on the ground, can't clear the area. Swenison picks it up, goes back towards Bryant again, goes towards goal with the shot, and it's off to the left-hand side and through for their first standard start.
It is a great standard start, and the number 10's wearing the jumper well.
Yes, ball kicked in, kicked to himself at full-back for Belpost Hill, comes to ground, Allsop, he's not without a chance there from 50.
That's a great shot.
Magnificent kick off the boundary line, just across it's gone, with the short kick in again, and marked by Hammond at centre half-back. Goes on by hand, a long handball there to Harty, he's been prominent early, takes all the time he needs, gets it towards the centre of the ground. Kazuna has moved well up the ground, now Lewis again, shuffles it to Kazuna. Kazuna handball straight to Alford of North Geelong, and now North on the rebound. They've got it forward of the centre wing, and shocking kick again, and that one straight into the arms of Mark Riddle, and the long left foot kicker's got it out to centre wing with Carter. He dodges, he weaves, he sees Lewis on the overlap, and Nathan Lewis, he's finally picked it up. He was going half pace there, I think, and gee, luck is a fortune. Come out of the pack, he gets the handball, goes to Hardy, he can't get it clear now, Lewis. Handball again, I think a kick might have been handy. He's got Tar in the middle of the ground that they haven't seen. However, they run inside forward 50 now, but Angelkovic in front. Yeah. He's paid the free kick, push in the back, and in the goal square at the defensive end for North Geelong, Mark Angelkovic has the free kick. 6 minutes gone, 7 plays 2, Belpost Hill in front.
Angelkovic kicks short, finds forward, just short of centre half back. Hemley comes in and takes the mark. Probably a bit lucky not to get a 50 metre there, but umpire's not going to fall for that one. Looking to come wide now is Ford. Goes back by hand to Angelkovic, who's standing behind him. Now he's in trouble because he's on the ground. Good tackle there by Parker. Pick goes towards Hemley. Hemley over the top to Parker again. Can't quite take the ball. He's in the goal square. Now he spins back on his left foot. Snap over the goal, over his shoulder, I should say. And that's the second goal of the afternoon to the Belpost Hill side.
Belpost Hill in control at the moment. They get the tap forward onto the ground, centre wing. Not picked up there by Carter, but it's kicked off the ground for Belpost Hill. They're not making much ground. The ball really is just... well, stagnant. On centre wing, it's gone from the circle 25 metres sideways, and the umpire's put a whistle on play, and we'll put the ball in the air. Centre wing outer side. Tar, and well, Tar collided with the umpire, and North Geelong got the ball away. Just a kick off the ground, and it's gone out of bounds. Almost half forward flank now. Post still plays North Geelong 2.
So on the half forward line for the North Geelong side, the ball's cleared away by Riddle. Goes towards half forward. Hurst leads in the race for the ball. In pursuit is Alford, but the ball again goes over the boundary line on the fast back to this team. Ball thrown back into play. Tar taps the ball down, goes to North Geelong player there in Fitzsimmons, who takes possession, but it runs over the boundary line, and they've gone about 10 metres further around the ground, and they're now on the centre wing on the far side of the Belpost Hill ground. So the ball back with the umpire, throws it in. Weiss taps it forward, comes to Scown, gets good hands out, finds Fitzsimmons, has time to steady, pushes the ball forward. It's an up and under kick, but unfortunately for the kick, I think it's going to go out of bounds on the full, and the resulting free kick to be taken by Riddle on the half forward line for Belpost Hill to
can get across this side of the ground.
So Riddle goes short towards centre wing, and a mark taken there by Scown. So Brad Scown back in the senior side this week. Was running around in the seconds last week at Bannockburn, but obviously warranted return, goes forward. It's not a good looking kick off the boot, but it's found Swennerson. Comes to the handball back, goes back towards Alford. Lewis is going to put pressure on him. Alford doesn't take possession of the ball. Now he does, tries to pick up, spin out of trouble. Had plenty of time, but he's been awarded a free kick for an over-the-shoulder tackle. And Ellen Alford, just forward of centre square, will take the resulting free kick.
See Tar, he's getting a bit of treatment from the trainer.
Yeah, I think he got a knock on the nose, Eric.
I heard him say, I think he might have bumped the umpire, actually.
He did.
Can you get reported for that?
No, I don't think so.
Alford goes forward. I suppose Vesey will be the target. Over the top he comes, but no. Free kick being given.
Play on.
And it has been given away, play on situation. And Fitzsimmons picked the ball up, and he's kicked the goal for North Geelong. So that's a quick response there. And
middle of the ground. Lovely tap down by Tar. Went to Lewis, but he went without the footy. Tar does well. He followed up, gets the footy and kicks it off a step to half forward. Kazina dropped a mark he should have taken. He gets helped out there by Ellis. But North defence doing well. There's a high tackle not seen by the umpire, and the ball comes to ground again. Hardy, he's been prominent. Lovely handball out to Sean Lewis. He kicks towards the goal square. Off hands, it's a rush behind for the Belpost Hill side. 2-2-14. They lead North Geelong 1-2-8. Common Lafoon Hotel. First quarter scoreboard, 12 minutes gone.
So the ball's been brought back into play. Found Scown at half back. Goes to Alford on the wing now. So North Geelong, a quick response going forward. Goes towards the forward pocket. Leading in the pursuit of the ball is Normington. Picks the ball up. Goes back towards Alford. Has time. Looks up. Vesey on the move. It hits his target. Hammond over the top. Spoils. But at ground level, Fletcher. Fletcher to the top of the square. A nice looking kick. Finds Swennerson. And this time Swennerson takes the mark. About 10 metres out, I would think, and he's on about a 45-degree angle. We'll have a great look at the ball from here, because he's directly in front of us here. So
find out, Laurie, whether he should be a forward or a defender.
So Kane Swennerson, 15 metres out. Chance to tie scores up here early in the first quarter. And
He's
yes, I'd say he's snuck that through.
I think it might have been helped with the
goal
breeze.
umpire says it's a goal, I would think, coming back to the centre. So
ball in the air. Tar on his own, got the tap away, no clearance from the middle until Barnett charges through, handball to Swennerson, long kick from Swennerson inside forward 50, numbers with Belpost Hill, and Hammond was held without the football, said the umpire, and the fullback for Belpost Hill has the free kick. Where's he going to go? Looking for movement, decides to come towards the change room side, and brand new change rooms. Well, lucky mark, but perhaps for Tar, there was a few hands touched it before he got it. Now we've got a 50-metre penalty has been called by the umpire. Perhaps didn't let him go after the mark.
Yeah, that was it, Eric. That was the call.
So umpire now has given the 50-metre penalty. Now we get underway. Tar for Belpost Hill towards centre half forward. There's Kazina again, drops the mark, chest mark. Not going too well. Ball picked up by Normington, out wide for North Geelong. It's on the outer centre wing. Belpost Hill now defending strongly. Good tackle from behind. Umpire, well, he called advantage and then realised there was no advantage.
Yeah, good umpiring.
So free kick back to North Geelong, and they go wide as they take Chris Barnett, goes towards centre half forward. Allsop, he's well defended, but he gets a fist to the footy, follows up quickly. That was good use of the body, picks it up, just kicks it inside. There's young Fletcher we spoke of. He hooks it around the body. Normington, there's players at the drop of the footy for North Geelong. Vesey, I think he's hooked it too far from 15 metres out. Hooked it right across his body and missed to the right-hand side. But caught a scoreboard, 15 and a half minutes gone.
So Riddle to bring the ball back in, does so, goes straight up the ground looking for Lewis. Nice looking kick, and finds Lewis just short of the cricket pitch end there. And Nathan Lewis now to move play towards centre wing. Looking for and finding Parker. Piker takes a nice mark, swings back on the left foot, goes towards centre half forward, a short kick. Sean Lewis takes the mark, goes back by hand to Parker. Parker approaches 50, now onto Lewis. Sean has a chance to shoot on goal. Not a good looking kick off the boot, but it's hit toward the goal square, picked up by Smith, tackled by Hemley it is at the full-back position, and rushed through for a behind to Belpost Hill. Takes them along to 2-3. They lead, tie scores away again at 2-3 apiece.
I think I know which way the wind's blowing.
There's a magnificent kick there from Angelkovic. Mark taken well outside 50. The turnover has occurred. Went to McCullough for Belpost Hill. Goes towards half forward looking for Nathan Lewis. He can't get there to get the footy. He looks as if he might not be fit, Nathan Lewis, to me. There's a good overlap by Carter. Accepts a handball. Now the lead to Hemley. Went straight through his hands and out of bounds adjacent to the behind post. So maybe a little out of touch, Chris Hemley.
But he forgot to close the fingers.
He's a big unit, isn't he? He's only got it for Belpost Hill. Lovely tap to the back of the pack, picked up there from North Geelong by Branchflower. He goes long to centre wing. You're right. The wind is very strong there as Alford has his kick smothered. Good work there by Belpost Hill in defence. Now the numbers come to support them, and the ball comes to the middle of the ground. All Belpost Hill there with great mark overhead taken by Farah. He plays on quickly, a handball. Now to Kazina. He's not quite firing at centre half forward. There's a terrific tackle. Nathan Lewis, by the way, Laurie said they've been doing some tackling practice, and I reckon the way they're tackling, there's no doubt they've improved that part of their game this year. Farah in the middle. He goes wide to Nathan Lewis, just outside 50. Kicked in the man on the mark. Now runs inside 50. Gets a shepherd. Kicks it long toward the goal square. Hemley, well, he could have shepherded it probably to get it through the goal, but he's taken it 1 metre out in the goal square. So under the new rule, we'll come back directly in front of goal and have the opportunity to give Belpost Hill the lead late in this first quarter. Hemley now moves in. Maybe that could well be his first kick in senior football at Belpost Hill.
Well, it certainly...
Probably just wins the ball, comes back to Lewis, tries to knock the ball wide to Ellis, picked up by Sean Lewis, goes to Hurst, over the top, goes back to Ellis, and he runs forward, kicks towards the square again. Hemley in good position, holds his ground, and Jelkovic does well, gets the ball on the ground, and the ball is run over the boundary line, thrown back into play in ruck. Kazina, but this time taken away by Ford, knocked over to Bryant, taps the ball forward, has the ball in front, but numbers would suggest Belpost Hill should get the numbers here and win the contest, but well done by North Geelong. And unfortunately for the side, its ball has gone over the boundary line on the true half-forward flank position. Belpost Hill into attack.
One of the changes to the ground here, Dale, which I reckon is great, the boundary lines are a metre further in.
Yeah, they were fairly close to the fence. So balls come back into play, kick towards the centre of the ground, and Tar's positioned himself well, doesn't take the mark, has the handball off to Farah, and then turn to Popovsky. Popovsky towards an half forward, Hemley leading up the ground, and Jelkovic does well to spoil the ball. Parker at ground level tries to pick it up. This time Ellis is there. Ball's kicked forward by Persick. Bryant now does the same thing, does well. Good clean pick up, goes onto the right foot, goes towards centre half forward. Vesey leads Hammond towards the ball. Hammond does well, works his way in front, has a chance to pick it up, can't do so. Pressure there from Vesey. Ball underneath. Hammond now picks it up, but the umpire says it's a free kick. Goes by hand to Matjevic. Matjevic goes short. Lewis into the centre of the ground. Khan's got the ball now. Quick kick going forward. Wide, finds Carter, I think, on the centre wing. Ball running towards the boundary line. Can he keep it in? No, he can't. and the ball has gone out of
I
bounds.
don't know whether he's 100% fit. Actually, I saw him go for the ball, whether he might even have just even a hand injury.
So the ball's come back into play. Barnett's gone towards Fitzsimmons, but over the top, Popovsky takes a great mark. Goes quickly around the corner. Ellis is there. Picks the ball up, runs through towards centre half forward. Long kick. Henley's going to be the target again in best position, but the ball flows towards the boundary line, and it's gone out of bounds once again. Tapped forward by Casina. Cleaned up there by... I'm not too sure who the player is from North Geelong, but he runs out, has the kick smothered. This time Lewis runs onto the ball. Sean going backwards, goes to Tar. Tar gets around the oncoming player, goes back by hand to Sean Lewis. Kicks towards centre half forward. Lewis going back to the flight of the ball, but spoiled there by Hurst. Picked up by Farah. By hand goes towards Ellis, and Ellis...
Hardy it was, I think.
Oh, Hardy, sorry, has gone onto the left foot and kicked a goal for the Bell Post Hill side.
Yeah, once again, we've been going 22 minutes, 20 minutes plus time on this year. So ball kicked to half forward for North Geelong. Handball comes to Popovsky for Bell Post Hill. He measures the kick, but Weiss read it very well. Takes the mark in the centre of the ground. Thought about a handball to Alford, then decided to kick wide. That's good. Mark taken there for... North Geelong by Fitzsimmons, a long kick to full forward, one-on-one, Vesey and Hammond. Hammond doing a great job, gets the fist of the footy, ball comes to ground, and Joel Page goes to centre wing. Marking contest out there, but numbers with Bell Post Hill as they get support. Now back into the middle of the ground. On his own there is Farah, takes the mark, handballs quickly, and Popovsky it is again to the middle of the ground. Not a good kick, looking for Tar, coming through strongly. Oh, good work there. Player just onto the ground for Bell Post Hill was Arundel, and ball now into the full forward end. Oh, Lewis gets a push to the top of the head, I reckon, and that's illegal. And umpire was right on the spot. Nathan Lewis it is, has got the free kick, and he responded pretty well to that. Surprised me.
You're shocked.
I tell you what, I reckon has got a leg injury because handballed immediately. Now he kicks on the left foot, so that's most Nathan Lewis like to be 35 metres out. He's still on the ground after being knocked over in that contest. So, well, there it is though. The siren has sounded for quarter time, 24 minutes. So the timekeepers, I think, have got it right this week, guys. But at quarter time, Bell Post Hill 4-3-27. They lead North Geelong 2. We're underway in the second quarter, and our match of the day here with Tar getting the tap down, but intercepted by Alford for North. He goes forward to half forward. Popovsky went without the footy, certainly attacked it, picked up there was by Farah, handball out wide, and here goes the Bell Post Hill unit as Sean Lewis gets it towards half forward. Carter takes the mark. He's got Tar on the overlap. Well, he goes short. He does, and from there, if there's any sort of bruise, I reckon Tar would kick the distance. Unfortunately, he didn't take the mark, so he comes back, does well, pushed it along the ground to Carter, handball back to Sean Lewis. That was Hardy on that occasion. He now finds Sean Lewis. Now Lewis should go back and have a shot if the bruise is as strong as we think. He's just outside 50, and that's what he does, puts it high in the air. The wind really not taking it across. Mark almost taken up high there by Weiss, recovers at the back of the pack, goes with the left foot out towards half-back flank. North Geelong at ground level, picked up by Persek, gets a handball out wide, looking for, finding Alford. Alford now under pressure, round the body towards half forward. Numbers there with Bell Post Hill. Young Fletcher does well with a bit of pace. He gets past his opponent on that occasion, and now it comes back on the footy, but numbers support for one another. Bell Post Hill, Hardy, round the corner to... It looked like Luke Parker inboard to Hardy, who's run on. He's had a bit of the footy today, but his kick is terrible. Finds Weiss just loose across half-back line. Matheson back to Weiss. Jamie Weiss goes now to the centre of the ground. Can't find Fletcher. Off hands it came to Farah. Now to Parker. Parker for Bell Post Hill. Gee, Carter's got to mark this because at ground level is North, but he does well, Carter. Nice handball to advantage. He's found Hardy again. Gee, he's had a lot of the footy. He's tackled. Handball back to Page. Page now inside 50. Nicely weighted kick, but numbers with North Geelong. They do well in defence, and they bring the ball towards the change room side of the ground. Attacking the footy, there's Riddle. he might be within range. He's a glorious kick of the footy, Riddle, and just
Great
drifted
kick.
across the face of goal.
He tried in vain to get it, but couldn't get it, and Belpo still controlled it.
And Jonker with another long
Beautiful
kick out of
kick.
full back. So there's the breeze. I think it's going either way here. That's a nice kick. Reads on centre wing without anyone picking the ball up so far. Unfortunately there, Percy can't do so. Kicked off the ground by the player Harty towards centre wing. Comes to Farah. Farah by hands again. He'd have about 25 handballs at this stage. Goes towards centre of the ground. Chipping in is Barnett, and Barnett takes the mark. So Barnett just backward of their centre position. Now goes wide. Has a look forward. Umpire's called something here. It's coming back. I don't know for what reason, but
It's probably disadvantaged the team to some degree
Yeah, I
there.
think it
yeah,
might have
I don't
done
know
too.
why that was even called back there. I didn't see anything, whether he didn't come back behind his mark or something, but anyway, we're back with
again.
Barnett, backward of the centre position. Barnett again goes to the same position on the ground, looking for Fletcher, goes over his head. Popovsky there, dumps the mark. Fletcher sweeps on the ball, can't pick it up. Back in the hands of Popovsky, gets round the player now and goes towards centre wing, looking for Tar. Good strong mark that time by Tar. It's not paid, been called play on. Handball out, goes towards Lewis. Lewis looking for support, this time gets it. Popovsky works down the ground again, takes position on centre wing, chips it back towards the centre of the ground, and coming forward is Sean Lewis. Does well, takes a good mark, now goes back. Moves the ball quickly towards centre half forward. Kazina's there, over the top. Smith knocks the ball down for North Geelong. Players jump on the ball, and the umpire won't go anywhere with this ball, I don't think. And he says, I will take possession of it. So we're in between full forward and centre half forward position. Bellpost Hill in attack. Ruck work to be done this time by Hemley and Angelkovic. So two normal ruckmen there. No one takes possession. Matheson taps the ball down, goes to Weiss. That's Jamie Weiss. Now comes out to the North Geelong player there. Is Matt Weiss actually on the ground. Goes towards Persick, a chip towards centre half forward. Eric, you take the run.
Yes, in the middle of the ground. Oh, good bounce there for Riddle. Runs towards centre half forward, has a bounce, and Riddle for Bellpost Hill. Long kick, and unfortunately it is out of bounds on the full back pocket for North Geelong with Angelkovic. Gets under the ball. It's gone very, very high towards centre wing, and Tar at the back of the pack can't take the mark. Ball in dispute at ground level, and the umpires put the whistle on play, and we'll have a ball up between wing and half forward flank for Bellpost Hill in the second quarter, kicking to the northern end. 5 minutes gone. 4-4 leads 2-3, and we've got quarter time scores other games.
Yeah, quarter time score at Corio, 4 goals 1. They trailed Thompson 5 goals 2. Inverleigh 3 goals 1. Trailed Geelong West 5 goals 3. Bannockburn 3 goals 2. Lead Anarchy 2 goals straight. Werribee Centrals 2-2. They trail Belmont Lions 3-4. And Winchelsea 4 goals 2. Trail East Geelong 4 goals 3.
So some interesting scores there as the ball has been kicked now to centre half forward for Bellpost Hill, where Sean Lewis has taken the mark. Well, he's got underneath that ball. Wind appears to be even holding it up and drifted it slightly to the right of the tall timber.
So Angelkovic kicks to himself, plays on, long kick outside, 50 again, nearly towards centre wing again. Barnett going back with a fly of the ball. Takes a free kick against him. So he used the hands to push it out.
Good call.
And the free kick going to Arundel. Arundel quickly. Short kick goes to Farah. Farah by hand once again goes to Tar. Tar at short of centre. Goes towards full forward. And Djokovic comes out and takes an easy uncontested mark on his chest and quickly moves the ball to the half-back line. Fitzsimmons has the ball. Runs towards centre wing. Kicks the ball long. Fletcher's the target. Unfortunately favours Popovsky from the Bellpost Hill side. He can't take possession. Fletcher does well. Feeds the ball back. Quick kick on the ball. Goes towards the forward pocket. Joel Page leads in possession or into the race for the ball, but it sees the ball over the boundary line. So the ball comes back in. Riddle takes the ball out of the contest. Goes towards centre of the ground. Kicks long. This time goes to Matheson, and Matheson a good mark going back. In front of or behind Eloise Kazina. Matheson goes on the left foot, goes wide. Has Elford out there by himself, true centre wing. Goes short again this time, looking for, finding Persick. He can't take the mark. Good work from Hardy. Kicks the ball off the ground. Favours the Bellpost Hill side. Hands go up and comes back now to Arundel. Takes one bounce. No chase down from behind. Poor kick going forward though, and Matheson in front. Clears away for the North Geelong side again. Goes wide, and Fitzsimmons takes the mark. Hits the ground running. Goes towards the true centre half forward position. Weiss and Tar, but Tar coming back with the flight of the ball, takes the mark. Goes short, looks for Parker. Didn't see obviously the North Geelong player from behind, but he does well, recovers. Goes onto the left foot. Goes long, Hemley in front. behind, pushed down by Angelkovic. Replay keeps up by Casina, goes to Hemley by hand. Lewis short over the top, looking for and trying to find Carter, but can't get to that player. Beale, I think, comes across with the flight of the ball. Tries to pick the ball off the ground. Back with Parker, running away from goal. Handball's back. Sean Lewis runs onto the ball, has time to steady. Goes by hand to his brother. And the kick from outside 50. Nathan Lewis, shot on goal, is offline, but the mark has been taken, behind the line, and it's gone through for a behind to the Bellpost Hill side. So Nathan Lewis records their third behind of the quarter. They move to 4 goals 6. They lead North Geelong 2 goals 3.
So the long kick in immediately from Angelkovic. These quick kick-ins are hard to keep up with, guys. As North Geelong now, the second kick is looked for Alford on centre wing. Fantastic. From the throw-in, Tar did the ruck work. Ball comes to ground, back of the pack. He has to do the roving as well. As the ball now is stacks on the mill, as we see Ellis coming off for a spell. And maybe they've got a very good rotational system up here at Bellpost Hill. I think they've got a good bench coaches. As the ball, Tar, big tap forward for the Bellpost Hill side. Oh, Harty, good vision on the left foot to the middle of the ground. There's Parker on his own. Oh, here's Page. He's run from the back pocket, and Parker saw him, picked it up over the top to Martin, to another player running in Matchovic. The ball all of a sudden is at full forward, and I think it's a shepherding free kick that he's given. So Angelkovic in the fullback position has the free kick, goes for the short pass. It's good, and ball taken at centre half back by Persek for North Geelong. Has another 50-metre penalty, and
I think Hemley may have said something then.
I guess the point is the players aren't arguing, and that being the case,
they know they're right.
The justification must be there.
They know the umpire's right. They let them know, Eric, when they know they're not.
So the ball's back in the centre circle now, or the man on the mark is, as Persek now for North Geelong, goes inside forward 50. Oh, good strong mark by Shane Allsop. Put the two hands up, too tall on that occasion for, is it Matchovic there? And couldn't get his hands to the footy, and I would imagine man on the mark 40, distance absolutely no problem for Shane Allsop.
He'll get the distance.
Accuracy might be the concern.
Lee McAuliffe, I think, in the mark it is.
Okay, he didn't get anywhere near him, did he? And that's a poor matchup if that is a one-on-one.
Big frame there from Allsop.
Oh, yes. So Shane Allsop moves in now. It's a lovely looking kick. The wind is holding it up certainly, and it's gone across the face of goal. In fact, marked behind the line, I think, by Glenn Hammond. So one behind to Shane Allsop, his second actually for the day. It is their first score for the quarter, North Geelong. 2 goals, 4-16, 4-6-30 Bellpost Hill. Exhaust Brothers second quarter scoreboard, 12 minutes gone.
So Nathan Lewis has taken the kick out here, looking to go long, and will go straight down the middle of the ground. Goes into the centre square. Alford from behind takes a mark from Arundel. So Alan Alford to put the North Geelong side back into attack. Has leads coming down the ground. None of them have been warranted or accepted as yet. So now he goes long, looking for the forward line. And that's the player in Kelly, I think. Dom Kelly has taken the mark.
It could be 50 too.
Oh, very lucky, I think.
Dom Kelly has taken a nice mark there. He's probably on the right side to have a shot at goal. From about 30 metres out, I reckon he would be.
Ex-Torquay boy, I think they were telling me.
I know there's a little bit of wind out, Eric, but they definitely knew this goal.
So right-hand post is the way to go and let the wind do the breast. So he kicks the goal.
It's going to be a good one. Great kick.
And it's an effective kick there from Kelly. So Dom Kelly
has Tar and Weiss both missed it, but at ground level was Allsop on the ball all of a sudden. Kicks it towards half forward. Tap over his head there by Ford. Picked up there by Fletcher, running into the open goal from 35 metres out, and the young fella hasn't missed. He's put it right through the middle, and that's Cameron Fletcher's.
Post hill, but Weiss doing some work in the centre of the ground, doesn't even go for the ball then. Probably should have been a free kick to Tar. Comes fortunately to Arundel, gets a long kick for going forward. In the hole there is Angelkovic, reads the ball well, punts on himself and does very well. Goes towards centre wing, a nice looking kick and finds Allsop. So Allsop now just short of the centre of the ground, comes and goes wide towards centre half forward. Oh, it's a poor kick, falls into the hand of Fletcher. Couldn't take the mark, goes to Page, Kazina, who looks like he's now gone back, goes to Popovsky on the run. Goes towards half forward for Bellpost Hill, and Parker there by himself takes a mark in front of Alford. Swings back on the left side, called to play on now, and does so. Swings, goes long. Not too sure. Hemley's in position to mark, but over the top again. Well done by Angelkovic. Comes to Barnett in front. Hands back. Quick kick forward there by the North Geelong side. And Alford, who seems to play out in that centre wing all by himself, has the run of the ball. Doesn't seem to be in too much hurry to pick the ball up, but now does so. Has plenty of time. Runs his full 10. Uses the ball towards the half-forward line. Over the top. Fletcher's pushed in the back, and a free kick to the young player. Did well. So Fletcher, the last goal scorer, now on the half-forward line. Goes short. Has Scown. It is a nice-looking kick. Doesn't take the mark. Picked up there and tackled there. The scrum at half-forward line. Scown runs back on the ball. Picks it up nicely. Weaves. Goes over the top by hand. Goes to Fletcher. Knocks the ball forward. Heads towards the boundary line. Lewis picks the ball up. Doesn't try and do anything with it, but been awarded a free kick for a high tackle.
He made sure the umpire saw that.
So Nathan Lewis right in the back half for the Bell Post Hill side, goes towards half back. Oh, it's a good looking kick. It's need to centre square again. Coming out and not taking the mark there was the Bell Post Hill player in Whitney, but it goes now to Parker in the centre of the ground. Farah runs onto the ball. He'll go by hand over the top. Finds Carter. Carter has the ball. Swings towards the left hand side. Goes towards Hurst. Hurst runs towards 50. Shoots on goal. Pushing the back as he kicked it. Will it be down the field or brought
might
back?
have been before the kick, I think he signified.
So he's bringing it back. Bevan Hurst from just outside 50 will have a kick towards goal. One umpire's, I think, is marking it down the field. The other one says it's got to come back. So, but it's coming back to Bevan Hurst outside
I think that's
50.
the right decision too, I think, Dale.
It might be outside his range, I think also.
I think so. I think so. So Hurst.
Or Sean Lewis has just come on the ground. Look, sneaking down to the pocket.
Didn't see him.
Has Riddle beside him. This bloke can kick a long ball. Goes on goal. It's a nice looking kick off the boot. It's flowing across the front of goal. And a mark has been taken right in the middle of the behind scoring area. Plays on by Josh Baseley. It is. Baseley on the left foot. Plays on quickly. And kicks the goal.
Yeah, good play.
It's been allowed by the umpire. So Josh Baseley
In the middle, goes up, tap down to... well, it ended up to advantage because picked up by Parker on the left foot, round the body. Oh, it's a mark. Should have been. Goodness gracious, had it been a cream cake, it would have splashed all over his face, Josh Baseley. He comes back, though, to his credit. Gets a handball, looking for Nathan Lewis. Put himself in the right position, and the tackle went right over the top of his back. And from there, the man on the mark is about 50. Nathan Lewis, oh, gee whiz, I think they're playing with fire a little, the North Geelong players. They threw the ball well over his head, but no 50. They've got away with it. But Nathan Lewis, if his leg's okay, distance will not be a problem. Man, the max actually about 40. So Nathan Lewis now moves in. An important kick. Oh, the wind's holding it up. If anything, that's a lovely kick from Nathan Lewis, and that is a goal. And a very important goal.
This time Weiss gets the ball down, not effective, but cleans up his own work, goes quickly by foot towards centre half forward. Well done by Hammond, knocks the ball to the ground. In front there for the North Geelong side is Fitzsimmons, can't take the ball, but goes to Hammond now to Page. Page over the top will find Parker. Has Lewis running, but ignores that, turns and goes left foot, goes towards Riddle at centre half forward. Matheson manhandles him there, and a free kick given to Riddle. So Riddle goes quickly, good looking kick, quickly goes towards Batty, but Smith in front takes possession of the ball. Persick's back in support now. Swinnerson back to Angelkovic. Angelkovic, not a good looking kick, going to find Justin Tarr out in the half forward line for the Bell Post Hill side. Has time to step, prop, go towards Baseley or Ellis. It is, I think, out there on the half forward line. Tries to keep the ball in play, does so. Good work there. Now picked up by Hurst. Goes towards centre half forward. I don't know whether the kick was going to the right spot, but went to the Bell Post Hill players there. But a free kick's now been awarded to the North Geelong side, and Alphen takes possession of that and runs on quickly. Goes towards Allsop on the half back line. So Shane Allsop now looking to move the ball quickly forward. Has a lead coming up from Fitzsimmons, but goes over his head. Goes back and picks the ball up nicely. Goes towards full forward position, and Matzovic comes out. Now takes the ball. Pushed in the back as he kicks. No free kick. Back with Fitzsimmons again. Over the top. Bryant has the ball. Has time to steady now. Shoots on goal. Coming round with the wind. Oh! He's hit the top of the post there. That's young Bryant, and that wasn't a bad attempt on goal. His second behind there of the afternoon. And North Geelong's fifth. They moved to 4 goals 5. They trail Bell Post Hill 6 goals 6.
He was doing the celebration. He thought it was a goal.
I thought it was too.
So the ball very rapidly brought back into play. It's now centre half forward, with basically taking the mark for Bell Post Hill. Well, thought about playing on. He's almost within range. Decides to go long to the goal square. Oh, what's the umpire going to do? He's going to pay the mark. Hemley stood his ground, and I reckon Angelkovic probably backed into him and ended up on his face on the ground. But Hemley, he's a big target, and we mentioned earlier if they could get the ball down quickly one-on-one would be a great battle. And to this point, Chris Hemley has got one. The man on the mark's on the 10-metre line. So Hemley now moves in late in this second quarter. We're right behind this kick. It's, well, he's allowed for the wind a little, but he's got it in between.
Point. He couldn't kick it.
Well, I reckon it was a goal from here.
I reckon it was too.
Oh dear. However, it's under behind. That's what'll go on the scoreboard. 6 goals, 7:43. That's Belpost Hill, 4.
So we're back with Angelkovic, does the same thing, kicks to himself, comes outside the square, kicks long, goes towards centre wing. Ball doesn't favour the North Geelong side, but picked up there by Nathan Lewis, has Page inside, goes back with a long handball. So Joel Page now goes one way, now comes back the other way, goes towards Parker, true centre position, on the left foot, quick kick, standing kick, but it's a nice distance on it, goes towards full forward, up in the air there is Angelkovic, comes down to Persic, now with Swinnerson, goes across the front of goal, has to be a good kick, hasn't quite found the target, but it will favour the North Geelong side. And the players can't pick the ball up there, but coming through and also in support now is Joel Page. Goes back towards the Belpost Hill player, but a free kick has been awarded to Page, and he will go and kick back towards the centre square. Oh, sorry, the full forward position. Page goes long. Hemley will obviously be the target. Over the top. Oh, the big fella got up off the ground then. Goes to the back. Batty can't take possession of the ball, and Smith knocks it through for a rush behind to Belpost Hill. So 6 goals, 8. They lead the North Geelong side 4 goals, 4.
So ball about to come in. Looks like Persek doing the kicking in all of a sudden. So they're chopping and changing players here all over the place as the ball about to come in. Called to play on by the umpire. It's not a bad looking kick. Out wide was Hammond going for the mark, a long way up the game. Put a fantastic tackle on. Umpire said it was illegal, too high, and Chris Barnett decides to go towards centre wing, lumbering after the football there is Ford. He can't control it, and off his hand. Ruckman there, Hammond doing the ruck work, gets the tap from behind Weiss. Ball at ground level towards the boundary, picked up by Allsop for North Geelong. They go inside forward 50 again. Kazuna had what I'd consider a dirty day, but does well on this occasion. Hooks it around the body, kicked it straight to Fletcher for North Geelong. Gets a handball back again. Bit of backwards and forwards over there as the ball goes in the middle of the ground. Poor kick again, and this time it's Beale for North Geelong. Goes to a lead coming from the full forward position by young Bryant. Overran the footy, tries to kick it along the ground. Fitzsimmons, he's pulled off the ball. Machovic, look away handball to Parker. Parker goes to Arundel, and the mark taken for Belpost Hill on half-back flank by Arundel. Slipped over as he took off to kick the footy, goes towards centre wing. Big pack of players as the siren sounds for half-time at the 26-minute mark of the second quarter. It is Justin Taylor, I think, going for that mark. The ball hit him in the face. But it is half-time, and here at Myers Reserve, the half-time score shows Belpost Hill 6 goals, 8-44, leading North Geelong 4-5-29. Tap down the middle was nullified by both sides. Fletcher in the middle of the ground received a handball for North Geelong very quickly inside 50. In fact, the ball's out of bounds here at the Myers Reserve. In front there was Allsop, took the footy, got the ball to his foot to the good position on the ground. Kick off the ground for Belpost Hill by Carter. It's picked up by Scow in the middle of the ground. Handball quickly went to Vesey, a long way from full forward. There's a magnificent kick off one step, and Vesey has kicked his first goal.
Doing ruck work against Weiss, so Weiss should have the advantage here, but jumps over the top of him, doesn't know, the umpire says no, free kick there. The ball comes to Fletcher, goes to Alford by hand, kicks forward towards half forward line, leading the race for the ball is Page from North Geelong, but Scown does well to work his way forward, but it's picked up and cleared there by North Geelong. Comes to Farah, his first kick probably of the afternoon, but he's had plenty of touches. Goes towards Hurst on the half forward line, a kick back towards the centre half forward position. Lewis picks the ball up, goes over the top, finds his brother and Sean, tackle from behind, and a quick kick there out of defence by North Geelong, but the free kick has been awarded to, I think, don't know if it's for a push in the back or, yes, it is a push in the back. I thought it might have been incorrect disposal, but the umpire sees it as a push in the back. So Sean Lewis has the free kick. Lewis goes towards full forward, and Hemley will obviously be the target. And Djokovic bustles with him, does well in front of the contest there. Gets the ball to the front, comes up now. Basley picks the ball up, goes round the corner by foot, and that's the reply that Belpost still needed. And Josh Basley has kicked a goal at the nearly gone third quarter, a goal apiece in this quarter. Neither ruckman got a touch on the footy.
At ground level again, a tap out from Farah, and that's the first clearance that Belpost have got in this quarter. Young Fletcher's got the other two, but it is Sean Lewis again. Handball back to Nathan Lewis. Can't pick it up. Oh, it's a head-high. Well, he probably... advantage paid because Parker picked it up, and that's a much better effort from him. Lee led out on that occasion. Kick off the ground into a pack of players, picked up by Hemley. Back to the head of the goal square. Batty's in good position. Players are falling right, left and centre. Now there's a whistle on the play, 15 metres out. And Sean Lewis hands the ball back to the umpire. 4 minutes gone. The ball is 15 metres from the Belpost Hill goal. Kicking to the southern end in this quarter. Tar does the ruck work up forward. Oh, coming in. That was Harty, wasn't it? Had a pot shot. Unfortunately has missed. And only behind off the boot there of Harty. 7 goals, 9.51 Belpost Hill. 5.35 North Geelong. De Grande cycles third quarter scoreboard. 4.5 minutes gone.
So Alfred to bring the ball back into play. Kicks to himself. Now plays on. Goes towards centre half forward and Weiss. Weiss, unfortunately, Hammond slips in front of him. And for the Belpost Hill side, we'll put them back into attack very quickly.
Oh.
Quick kicks found Ellis. Half forward goes on by Fan. Goes towards Parker. Parker from 25 metres out. Shoots on goal. And across the face for another behind to the Belpost Hill side. So Luke Parker, his first behind for the afternoon. Moves them to 7 goals, 10 they lead. North Geelong 5-5.
So it's a better effort to kick in there for North Geelong, marked by Ford. Low down just inside the defensive 50. Terrible looking kick, and in good position is Joel Page for Belpost Hill. Well, they're going to play on all accounts because a handball goes quickly to Hardy. He looks for Parker inside forward 50. He's got to beat 3 North Geelong players. He does that, gets the ball in the boot. It's gone high, wide and hands. He was about to kick it in. So Mark Angelkovic has the free kick. 6 minutes gone, third quarter. Goal apiece for the quarter so far. It's a huge kick from Angelovic again to centre wing over the head there of Hurst. He's first to recover. Oh, Fletcher showed good pace, but numbers with the Belpost Hill side as the ball spills out. Picked up by Hardy again. Lovely pass to Baseley. Has a player running past and handball quickly to him, but another spilt mark picked up by Nathan Lewis at 50. He's hooked it around the body. It's the wind's got that one. It's just drifted to the left. And another behind to 53. They lead North Geelong 5-5-35. De Grande cycles third quarter scoreboard, 6.5 minutes gone.
The ball's brought back into play and a quick kick to Swinnerson at centre half back, and he's taken the mark. Now he goes by short by foot, finds Bright running towards the centre of the ground, has that now, takes a bounce, steadies, goes long by foot. Vesey will obviously be the target, but it's not a good looking kick. Doesn't favour the big fella, and he's given away a free kick there to Riddle by hanging onto his hand. So Clint Vesey, unfortunately not favoured by that poor kick from Bryant, and Riddle will take the resulting free kick and go short, finds and looking for Hardy and does so. He plays on now, will come wide towards the clubroom side of the ground looking for Carter, but Allsop chips in front and he now takes the mark. Allsop from outside 50 goes long towards goal, favours the Belpost Hill with Page coming over the top, and a spoil on Normington sees the ball rush through for a behind. So 5 goals.
More careful.
Interesting, Laurie, in good conditions, the style of footy Belpost Hill are trying to play would suit a good day, wouldn't it?
Oh, definitely. I'd walk past the rooms, they said,
Beneath that flight, and Chris Hemley has taken the mark about 25 metres out from goal.
He was going forward, Angelkovic Dale, wasn't he? And just really couldn't check himself.
Yeah, just couldn't pull himself back, but Hemley had stood the ground. So Chris
and it
Hemley
just goes back to what you said, Eric. If they play that brand of football, this guy's going to be right in the game because he's a big frame and they get up to him quick. You've got to be in the right spot. He's going to beat you near every time.
Comes in. It doesn't look too good off the boot, but that's an effective shot on goal because the umpires come back towards the centre of it, and it's a goal to Chris Hemley. He's now running on very well in this third quarter. So tap down. Weiss does the best of it, but at ground level, it's picked up by Harty. Ball, finally it's out by hand to Fletcher. He's done all right in the middle in this third quarter since he's gone in there. Picks it up, kicks it inside forward 50. There's a good battle there. Vesey using body strength got Riddle out of the contest, but it comes to ground level and very close to the boundary line. The forward pocket hooked back inside. Unfortunately, the boundary umpire has sicked 3 goals to 1 in the quarter so far from the throw-in. Back of the pack, and good handball out. Has found Hurst in the clear, has a bounce,
kicks to the middle of the ground. Not a good kick, and favoured Matheson. He can't take the mark. Baseley, he gets a handball over to Sean Lewis. He goes backwards 20 metres by hand to Parker. Now Parker, the good kick over the head of Baseley. If he runs onto the footy and picks it up, he's away. Good defence by North. They come back in numbers. Nathan Lewis, he came in. Handball looking for his teammate up there in, he's crushed to the ground, Batty. And North Geelong, will they clear? They're in a bit of bother. They've gone back across the face of goal through Smith. And the mark taken out there by Alford. Had a good day, Alford. But the man on the mark is 20 metres from goal. He goes almost down the middle of the ground. At the back, Hammond's been paid against him for putting the hands in the back. And the man in front is Jamie Weiss. And just short of the centre. At the 11-minute mark of the third quarter, 8 goals, 11 plays, 5-6, Belpost Hill in command.
So Weiss has been asked to come back and take the kick again. Now goes forward, looking for, and will find Fitzsimmons, and does well, takes a mark in front of his eyes. Fitzsimmons, centre wing, probably the wrong side to be attacking from, but they've gone short again. This time Normington over his head. Support there from Belpost Hill's Popovsky. Gets in, keeps the ball in the field of play. No, he doesn't. And the ball up against Kelly it is. Won by Hammond, goes towards Popovsky. Has the run of the ball. Good tackle from behind by North Geelong. Goes to Tar this time. Handball up. Has the running Page coming through the centre of the ground. Now to Lewis. Doesn't take possession of it. Goes through his hand. Beale can't clean up for the North Geelong side. Comes out. Ellis runs onto the ball. In pursuit. Beale again. Once again gets around that player. Ellis kicks on. Good smother there by Brian it was. Now he has time to steady. Goes forward for North Geelong towards half forward. Normington again the target. In front from behind. It is Carter who takes the mark. So Carter back towards the centre of the ground. It's a poor kick off the boot. Three North Geelong players there. Scown takes the mark short to Vesey. And Vesey leading out in front of Riddle takes the mark. So Clint Vesey with the opportunity to score a goal from 35, probably 40 metres out. Good side for this left footer. So Clint Vesey comes in. Shoots on goal. Just ambles in. It's a good looking kick. Umpire says that's behind.
Didn't come back enough, did it?
No, didn't catch the wind.
So kick in taken for Belpost Hill, looking for Tar. Tar taking the mark. Umpire allows it to stand. Scanny got pushed forward a bit in the middle, taken by Ellis. The long handball. Some of the handballs are leaving a bit to be desired. The turnovers come to North Geelong. Fletcher to Alford. Alford now by foot towards half forward. There's a downfield free kick paid. Alford put down after the contest. At least after the kick, and it goes to Jamie Weiss. He goes back towards the corridor, not well, I was going to say not well positioned, but it's been made good because it was Bryant for North Geelong on the left foot, had more time than that, and at the full forward position. It's a good contest there with Farah, outnumbered by the North players as Allsop went for the check side, got the wrong side of the footy, and he's kicked it 40 metres back into the field of play. And Popovsky there, he's tackled high, play on to the umpire, handball looking for Lewis. He does well, gets back, and now another handball. I wonder what's wrong with these fellas kicking the footy. Has the ball back in the middle. Now it's picked up there by Hardy to the middle of the ground. Mark not taken Kazuna. He's going to be paid a free kick, however. And he's had a dirty day, Eloise, hasn't he?
I can tell you his stats. 3 kicks, 3 handballs.
Well, he's had another handball now because he's got it to a teammate, and he's taken too long. Carter, a mile too long to kick it. Now the turnover to the advantage of North Geelong is Beale. He can't pick it up, however. Scown comes in. He can't pick it up. Kick off the ground, Bryant. That's the way to get it forward as attacking the footy is Riddle. He was well clear, handball to the coach, and that's not doing them much good because they need a kick down the ground. They've got now players loose. As the ball, didn't attack the footy on that occasion, Hardy, and young Fletcher's done well. He did attack the footy. He handballs back inboard, looking for Alford, finds him. He chips it forward, and nearly collided the two North Geelong boys, but Kelly finally takes the mark, turns quickly, goes towards full forward. Page got in the way there of Vesey, and McAuliffe's chasing up Page by hand to Farah. And they clear the ball out of the danger area, Belpost Hill, at the 15-minute mark with 8-11 Belpost Hill, 5-7 North Geelong.
Hurst moving the ball towards centre wing. Tar does well, takes a one-hander over the back of Weiss there now. Jamie Tar goes forward again, kicks towards centre half forward. In front is Hammond. Swinnerson takes possession of the ball, gets around Hammond now. has time to steady, goes back towards centre wing. Weiss is the target, Lewis in front. He doesn't take possession, goes to Tar, Barrow hand, back to Lewis. And he's going to swing the ball directly across the field of play. A good change of direction. Looking for Carter. Scown does well to knock the ball down, but has infringed with the bell post still player there. And the free kick will go back to Carter in the centre of the ground. So Carter comes wider this time. Joel Page. Only going about 10 metres down the ground, but bell post will still be in possession.
Oh, he might have.
The umpire says, no, you've given away a free kick there, Mick Ford, and a 50-metre penalty will go against you.
I thought it might have been late when I saw it. You know, he taken the mark and Ford arrived marginally late, put his hands on his back, put him down.
Every chance to kick this one.
So Joel Page has now been moved to within 30 metres of goal, and not a hard kick from that position either. So Joel Page, with a chance to stretch this lead for the bell post Hill side, comes in, kicks on goal, and that's a nice little kick straight through the middle. So Page has his first for the afternoon. And bell post Hill.
You don't have to bust yourself.
So the ball in the middle once again. Neither ruckman again got a tap down, but the kick was from Farah. Goes forward. Lewis, Nathan in front. Takes the mark. Called to play on. Just got the kick in to Sean Lewis. Runs to the open goal. And great handball. I'm trying to see who that was there congratulating. Was it
back in the centre of the ground now? Ball goes in the air. Neither ruckman gets attacked, but Sean Lewis takes the ball, goes by hand to Parker. Parker back into attack, and Hemley leads Angelkovic towards the ball, but probably Angelkovic with a bit more ability or flexibility, I should say, wins that possession, goes to Swenison, goes over the top, puts Beale under pressure because the players are coming back on him, but fortunately goes to the player Swenison. He kicks the ball towards Fitzsimmons. He goes short, over the top. Fletcher again, having a good quarter for the North Geelong side. Kicks towards half forward, in the front of the pack there, and looking for Don Kelly, but Kelly kicks the ball off the ground, keeps it in the field of play. Popovsky runs back, first there. Pressure from Kelly, now Page in support. Quick hands, not a good handball there. Puts McAuliffe under pressure. Won by Alford. Alford towards full forward. Vessey's there. Ball doesn't quite reach him. Now he has the ball. Tries to get a kick around the corner. Picked up by Farah. Farah by hand. Foes to Arundel. Arundel now on the half back line. Gets pressured there, but goes good enough to get a handball to Farah. Sees Kazina. Goes by hand. Kazina now by himself, runs towards the centre of the ground, kicks it long, Hammond over the top, brings the ball to the front, follows up nicely, goes back to Parker. Parker kicks towards the true centre forward position. Hurst by himself. Now will he handball off? No, he's not going to. Bevan Hurst just inside the 50-metre zone would stretch his kicking ability from here. So Bevan Hurst has a chance to score another goal for the Bell Post Hill side. After the options he had going past, he'd want to put this one pretty close to being a goal, I think. So Bevan Hurst has been a goal kicker. Comes in, kicks on goal, looks nice off the boots, got the distance, hasn't got the accuracy. There's a clap from Hemley in the goal square. The goal umpire is coming back towards the centre of the ground and says that is all clear.
Right. So in the middle, goes up again. Weiss gets a tap down clearly. First one for a while. Ball comes back by hand to Tar, however. And four bell post still goes long to full forward. Free kick's been played against Hemley for pushing Angelkovic out.
It was just there, wasn't it?
Yeah, he just put the touch on him. And Angelkovic, 30 metres out from the defensive goal, has the free kick for North Geelong. Decides to go straight down the middle. That's where they've got to go. And in good position, but dropping the mark was Farah. But bell post still at ground level have done really well. There's Page. Well, I was going to say
play on
interference, the advantage paid, and it's kind of Parker on his non-preferred side and looking for and finding Hemley. He's in a pretty awkward spot with the bruise the way it is. The goal umpire looking right into the sun. Oh, I don't know what sort of a decision you'll get out of this lot.
I'll get the old Terry Green kicking high and hard.
yes, the old way to have a go, but he's 35 metres out, almost on the boundary line, Chris Hemley.
Not an easy kick, Eric.
A very difficult shot from there with the bruise the way it is. However, decides to go back into the corridor and find Sean Lennon. That's poor defence, I reckon, from North Geelong. It was always on, surely, that sort of a kick, as Luke Parker now comes off for a spell. So the rotation Bell Post still have going is looking very good. But Sean Lewis, it's drifting across, but it's just got inside the post. And that's his second for the quarter, Sean Lewis.
You need to do it, isn't it? Third quarter. So the ball back in the air. This time Weiss maybe just gets a knock forward. Lewis tries to go off the ground, can't do so. Follow up by Farah. He does the same thing. Hardy eventually gets the ball forward, goes towards Matheson over the top there of Whitney it is, but he can't take possession of the ball. Cleaned up by Lewis. Goes by hand looking for Hurst. Can't find him. Running back with a flight of the ball now for North Geelong is player Blanchflower, but goes towards a half back line looking for Alford, and the ball has gone out of now. Ball in the air, comes down. Hammond does well, knocks it over the back of the pack, favours Scan, but Swinnerson coming from behind, tries, can't pick the ball up. A quick pick off the ground by Arundel, doesn't go anywhere. Comes down to Farrow, working hard at ground level. Players converge, and the umpire says we're going nowhere, and we'll ball the ball up.
Tar doing well just to kick behind the play in the middle of the ground.
Yeah, there's a little bit of direction going out there. Chris Hemley's trying to encourage people to stay out, give him a bit of space. And
so the free kick
has
been won there by Weiss. Weiss goes wide, and I bet you that's Alford. No, not this time. It's Brian. Brian, he's played a good quarter two for North Geelong. Goes towards half-forward line, looking for, finds Fitzsimmons, does well, gets around the player, but unfortunately must have stepped over the line, and will come back to the boundary umpire, and we're now in attack for North Geelong.
Side here of Myers Reserve. Both ruckman tap the ball forward. Tar does well, tries with strength to break clear, gets a handball, but the handball has found his teammate, but it's over the boundary line. So Weiss, well, the ball thrown in very long behind both the ruckman, and now Tar, good body work and a long handball to advantage for the Belpost Hill side, but all to no avail, because the siren has sounded here at Myers Reserve for three-quarter time in our GDFL match of the day. And at three-quarter time, Belpost Hill 12-11-83, leading North Geelong 5-7. It's 37. A much shorter game, isn't it?
That's good.
So the ball is about to go in the air. We're underway in the final quarter here at Myers Reserve. Well, the wind blew the ball away from both ruckmen. There's a head-high tackle to the Belpost Hill player in Arundel, and plays on quickly with a handball, and Belpost Hill into, the wind's holding the ball up pretty strongly, and mark taken at centre half back by, that was Normington. Haven't seen much of him today. He goes wide, Bryant takes the mark and goes forward for North Geelong. Good shepherding there from Farah, allows his teammate to come through, and with handball again. Oh, Kazuna, I don't know if that was such a good handball. He's put his teammate in real pressure and turned the footy over, but he's done well. He's come back into the fray, and with a positive handball, he has the ball to Hurst, and Belpost Hill go forward. Inside forward 50, the ball dropping very rapidly. The front of the pack picked up by Parker. Off a step, he's hooked it towards goal. Unfortunately, he's hooked it across the face and only a behind. So first score of the last quarter.
Yeah, three-quarter time scores. Corio 11-5. Thompson lead 16 goals 8. Out at Inverleigh 7 goals 4. Geelong West 9-9. Bannockburn 9-9. Lead Anarchy 4 goals 5. Ball back on centre wing. Hammond takes the ball, doesn't try to get the clearance there, but goes towards Fitzsimmons of North Geelong, goes forward. Looks like Angelvik's playing up forward for North Geelong. Pepovsky cleans up for the Belpost Hill side, goes by hand to Farah, to Lewis, this time now to Hardy, goes towards centre half forward, coming the other way with Hurst, doesn't catch his eye off the ball there, but it's cleaned up very nicely, goes to Arundel, Rundle runs to centre half forward, shoots towards goal, Hemley in front, the big frame doesn't take the mark, good pressure there from Swinnerson, free kick now rewarded in front of goal, but Hemley has picked the ball up and put the ball through for a goal. Ground, Hammond does well, gets the ball down. Hardy, quick kick round the corner. Lewis puts himself in front, but doesn't not award the mark. I probably would have paid that. Goes now to Matheson. Matheson clears for North Geelong towards centre wing. Coming towards Page in front. Hands over the top there by Branchflower it is, but not a free kick awarded. The ball's hit the ground, and the umpire says we're going to throw it up. Last man off the deck for the North Geelong side is Fitzsimmons. So in the air again, Weiss and Hammond. Weiss tries to kick the ball out of the air that time. Comes out wide, goes to Hardy. Good tackle from Weiss, puts pressure on. Farah gets another kick out of mid-air. Goes towards Batty. He tries to do the same thing. It's pushed forward this time by Blanchflower, going the wrong way. Hurst takes it up. Quick hands to Page. Page has a chance to settle now. Goes by hand to Lewis. Lewis from 15, 20 metres out and kicks a goal. So Nathan Lewis kicks his second goal for the afternoon. Belpost Hill.
North are in at the moment.
So in the middle again, Hammond and Weiss. They shepherd each other out of the contest. Ball picked up for North towards half forward. Mark dropped there by Brainsfowler. Comes back to Persek on the left foot. Not a real good looking kick, and bounced straight into the arms there of, was that Ellis?
Yes.
No, it wasn't. It was Farah, as the ball goes quickly into the forward 50 for the Belpost Hill side. Hemley, oh, he's gone down pretty nastily there. I don't know whether he got a knock, but the handball went to Parker, and the kick goes to full forward. Still down, Hemley's taking a while to get up. As the ball off the hands comes to Fletcher for North Geelong, out wide. Alford tackled high, advantage paid, away he goes. Runs a fair way, and there's a few heavy bumps off the footy going on out there at the moment. I just wonder, there's a bit of feeling as Popovsky for Belpost Hill. Oh, dangerous kick back in toward the corridor, but it is safe as Hammond takes the mark. Follows on Popovsky, accepts a handball. Now he's got nowhere to go. Players not moving toward the ground. Kazuna drops another one. He's had one of those days. McAuliffe, a long handball over the top, not to advantage because Barnett comes in strongly, but good blocking work by McAuliffe. He's atoned for the poor handball. Now it stacks on the middle in the centre, and 6 or 7 players over the top of the football. A bit of fooling, they're helping one another up and down, and the umpire's moved in, takes the footy and gets it underway. 6 minutes gone, final quarter. 14-12 Belpost Hill, 5-7 North Geelong.
I think the umpires need to just be careful here. It could get out of hand, but to both players' credits, they've settled themselves down now. Ball goes in the air. Hammond on Djokovic. Takes his feet from under him, and Djokovic didn't like that treatment. Gets up and just lets him know. But the free kick will go to Mark and Djokovic. So from just inside the centre square, favouring the wing side, he goes now towards half forward. Players there leading towards the ball. Vesey takes it off the pack, has a shot on goal. No one in the goal squad, runs towards the goals. Can it go through? It's there. Oh, kicked off the ground by McCullough into the post, and a behind, or a rush behind, we'll put that down for North Geelong. So that's moves their score to 5-8. They trail 14-12 Belpost Hill. Ball's being brought back into play quickly, but Hurst, poor kick, goes to Barnett, gets around Hurst now, has time to steady. Branchflower shoots on goal, comes back with the win. Oh, I think it's gone. Missed it. Back of it. Another behind to North.
No, that's right. Branchflower down there with a cramp as well now.
From the kick in, came to Hardy. Hardy now back to Riddle. Nice looking kick, Kazuna. Can't take a trick today as the ball comes to ground. Lewis Nathan, he's put to ground. Scown, they have a bit of a how-do-you-do as the ball kicked by Joel Page into the forward line for Belpost Hill. Good pick up there by Carter to Lewis, who's running with the footy, picked up by Arundel. He goes towards full forward. Oh, Hemley was never going to reach it. Dive forward.
As you would in cricket,
he's taken the chest mark, and I'm afraid you'd have to walk. He took it clean. And we had a very good view of it from here, but the mark has taken 30 metres out directly in front. Already 3 to his name, Chris Hemley. And in his first game, if he can produce 4 or 5 goals a game, that's going to be very beneficial to the Belpost Hill side. Hemley now moves in. 8.5 minutes gone, final quarter. Not a bad looking kick. The wind, he's kicked that absolutely beautifully, and that's his 4th goal. And
the ground. Jumps high, Weiss maybe just gets it down, but Hardy again, once again, clearance goes towards half forward. Parker doesn't read the flight of the ball, comes to the back of the pack. It's the player in forward, can't pick it up, but he has support there from Normington. Goes round the corner looking for and finding Fletcher. Does well, first time, then a high tackle from Parker it is, and young Fletcher to take the free kick on the half back line. So Fletcher still getting himself off the ground. Does so now.
Welcome to the real world of football.
So Fletcher on the half-back line looks to go towards the centre of the ground. Poor kick, unfortunately, goes through Popovsky's hands, picked up there by Djokovic. Can't burst through the pack. Beale does well, following through with the flight of the ball, but he is tackled by 2 or 3 players there from Belpost Hill, and resulting throw-up will be happening on the centre wing.
I think, as you said, Laurie, before, a few players getting tired. Some of the physical clashes are now more pronounced because they can't get out of the way.
That's exactly right, I think.
Ball thrown in the air. Weiss is thrown out of that contest. Ball comes back, being cleared there for Belpost Hill, going towards the half-forward line. Fletcher running back with the flight now, picks the ball up, and he's gone over the boundary line, And a free kick will put a few players forward and get a few results here. So they picked up now on the half-back line, comes towards Veal. He can't clean the ball, but goes towards Hurst. Hurst towards Henley once again, leads in possession, takes the ball, handballs over the top. Player by himself, it's Ellis. Has a player in the goal square, goes to Parker. Could have handballed on further, but Luke Parker goes all the way and kicks his second goal.
So they've shared it around so well, the Belpastel side. It's hard to pick a best player.
Yeah, definitely very hard.
So the ball in the middle once again. North Geelong get the clearance, but only as far as centre wing. And in the just inside centre square at centre wing, as Weiss on that occasion, well, I would have thought he might have been pinged for shepherding actually, but he's been pinged for being held without the footy. So it's a free kick to Jamie Weiss in the ruck contest. Connor Crow's got a call there from Fletcher. Takes the mark just
kick it, son.
inside 50. Terrible kick under pressure. He put himself under pressure, and Kazuna has taken a very good one-grab mark. He's been looking for one of those all day, and a little chip pass to Page. Page now towards centre wing. Hurst is the leader, and gee, the wind took that across, and Popovsky gives him a hand. Good pick up there, and the handball to Hardy. He's had plenty of it today, Hardy. He's gone back to the middle of the ground. Mark taken by, there's that Batty there back on the ground. Well, that's not a good kick. Going towards forward 50. Ellis has made it good. Coming through was Hemley. Tackle without the football. Umpire didn't see that. As ball goes to the middle. Oh, and gee, the ball is swirling around. Hammond thought he had it, then he wasn't too sure. Long handball. He's put Page under pressure. He gets a handball quickly to a teammate in. Hardy again. He goes towards the full forward position. Weiss up high. There's a whistle on the play. I think he's paid the mark. It was a North Geelong mark. The chip pass has come out to Fletcher on half-back flank. Another chip pass. Good running there. Sees the mark taken by North Geelong in front of our broadcast position. It goes over the head of all players. Kazuna's first to recover. Persek does well with pace. Oh, coming to meet the football. Good work there by Matchevic. And he does well. A little chip pass has got it out of the danger area to Page. Page looking for... He did handball it actually, but trying to draw players. Players weren't coming. Now it goes to Batty. And they've 3 handballs has taken at 45 metres there, the Belpastel side, but the kick into the forward line has let them down as Swenison takes the mark.
So the ball's been transferred now to the half-back line, goes to Fletcher, now to Fitzsimmons. Fitzsimmons back towards the broadcast area, but in front is Tar, and he takes the mark. True centre wing. So Justin Tar looking to push Belpastel back forward. Has Hurst moving for him, been called to play on by the umpire. It's going in that direction, but Weiss is right behind him, so he hasn't got much of a chance. Ball hits the ground, goes towards Arundel, doesn't favour the handball to Ellis, goes back to Hurst. Hurst turns around from 25 metres out, shoots on goal, and misses. So Bevan Hurst misses from about 25 metres out, but 5-9.
So Allsop now to kick in for North Geelong. 16 minutes gone, final quarter. The last right's starting to come forth here as Allsop kicked to himself, runs on, now kicks long to centre wing and looks for Bryant. Well, he's just spoilt slightly by Hammond there. He did very well.
It's all been over in that pocket, isn't it?
So ruck contest there. Hammond, I thought, threw his opponent out of the contest, but got away with it as the ball comes to the back to Arundel. And the nice pass that's found Hurst. Now he's got players streaming down the ground.
He's going to have a coup.
And well, he's... the man on the mark's at 40. Now he decides to chip it, and well, very, very lucky because Whitney had made good position, but by the time he kicked it, his opponent was in front of him, and the ball just carried over the head there of Matheson, or Beale it could be, and Whitney was able to take the mark. So now man on the mark's 30 metres out. Whitney's directly in front. 16 minutes last quarter as he moves in now, and I think he's hooked that almost badly out of bounds on the full, and lucky for Belpastel, Laurie, that it's not a close game because a couple of these misses they're easily gettable goals.
That's right, Eric. Probably allowing for a little bit of the wind, but it's not that much out there, I don't think. 10 metres.
So ball will be brought back into play from North Geelong. It's in the forward pocket. He chips back for the full-back position, and Allsop takes the mark. So Allsop right at full-back now. Looks to move the ball, has no options down the ground. Matheson's made space for himself. Poor kick though, doesn't favour, but Matheson does a good job there. Nearly takes the mark, has support there from the North Geelong player, but it's come stolen by Hardy. I think it is coming out of the pack, and Hardy shoots on.
Saying this year they've got to start picking up on the defence a little bit.
Well, it's 3-0, Laurie. North Geelong. We'll talk about that after the game in the final siren. But they've gone forward from the ball up. North Geelong. Handball comes back to Angelkovic. He goes into the corridor, and a good mark running forward there is Fitzsimmons. 30 metres out directly in front. And to say they need a goal is an understatement, the 18-minute mark. And as Laurie said, the sting's gone out of the game. And Belpo still just need to keep the foot on the pedal, I think. But North Geelong here through Fitzsimmons.
He needs to kick this. This will give him 2 goals to the match. And I'm doing his stats. He's had 13 kicks and a handball. So
he's been out of it out of the game for a while, Laurie. But that's a lovely kick off the boot there of Derek Fitzsimmons. His second goal, as Laurie's indicated. And it's only
David heading towards 20 minutes, and Jelkovic and Tar done by Tar. Pick cleaned up though by Alford. Goes towards half forward. In front's Popovsky. Reads the ball well. Persic shackles from behind. Does well. Now wins possession. Goes forward. Oh, nearly took the top off the grass there. Nice haircut. Unfortunately for North Geelong, he couldn't take the free mark, but he's been awarded the free kick, and that's Smith. So young Smith from about 30 metres, 40 metres out, has a chance to score another late goal for North Geelong. So this will test him, I would think. Comes in now. Approaching 40 metres. Kicks on goal. Looks good off the boot. Holds its line nicely. Oh, that's a nice looking kick, and that's gone straight through the centre of the goal. So another late goal to Troy Smith.
Final quarter. And Djokovic got the tap down, but Carter did well. Chopped the handball off. He goes wide with another handball. Out to open spaces on this occasion. Fletcher, he's got a bit of pace to the lad for North. A nice little toe poke there for Belpo. Still gets it to Page. He comes back into the corridor. Players, well, the ball fell into the arms of Sean Lewis there. Everyone was waiting for the ball to go further, but the wind got hold of it. Straight into the arms there of Sean Lewis. That's a terrible, it's a good kick. I didn't see Carter coming up from the back half. He takes the mark. Carter for Belpo still to the centre half forward. Hurst drops the mark. Recovers, handballs. Now the turnover goes to North Geelong as Fletcher runs onto the footy. Good shepherding, Bryant. Fletcher's had a couple of bounces. Decides to kick now. Inside forward 50. And Kazuna coming back. And he's finishing the game much better than he started. Has taken a great defensive mark inside the defensive 50. So Alois Kazuna, 21 and a half minutes gone. Final quarter. Just chips it to the middle of the ground. The ball, well, the North Geelong player... I reckon the North Geelong player did it to his own teammate. The handball came to Allsop from outside 50. He's landed the ball almost in the goal square. They're not able to get a score as McAuliffe now. He gets a handball to Kasuna across the face of goal, looking for Popovsky. Takes the mark. Now decides to go on, going back to the outer side. Long kick. Numbers with Belpo still out there as the mark taken for them by... Farah, kicked to nobody on that occasion, but it's at centre half forward for Belpo. Still great tackle by Ellis as, hasn't caused a turnover. Umpire said the ball's not going anywhere. So at the 22-minute mark of the last quarter, Belpo still 17-13, 115 lead, North Geelong 7-9,
'Tara and Djokovic go at it. This time ball comes down, goes to Batty, can't take it, goes to Arundel by hand, goes straight to the North Geelong player, and Bryant clears the ball now towards centre wing. Leading in the race for the ball is Page. Page being chased down by Beale. Beale now gets support from the North Geelong side there. Picked up on the centre wing by Fitzsimmons. Goes forward, only 10-metre kick, but good enough for the young player there in Fletcher. He kicks the ball forward, feeds it out now. Goes towards Beale again. Goes towards Weiss at centre half forward. Puts himself in front. Kazina over the top. Does well. Dives on the ball. Keeps the ball in possession. Now goes towards Alford. Comes to Persic. Chasing him is Tar, but Persic
free kick back in the middle.
Is there?
Weissy sat on Alois Casino. So we've got the Hills hoist, have we? Dear, oh dear.
Does anyone blame?
Casino was probably earned this kick, we can say, couldn't he?
I reckon he has earned this one.
So Alois Casino just forward of the centre half back position will take the resulting free kick. Goes short, and it is short. Hurst through his hands again, drops the ball, picked up by Alford. Well done by Hurst at ground level. He knocked the ball out of his hand, but Alford works hard at ground level to pick the ball up, feeds it out to Angelkovic, who knocks the ball 30 metres down the ground, and it comes now towards McAuliffe, but support there from Popovski. Doesn't win it. Smith on ground level. He's working hard. Ball at the ground, still there. Popovski is still trying to feed the ball. Bryant jumps on top. On top of him is the Belpo still player in Hurst. Umpire says we're going nowhere, and it's a ball up. 24 minutes gone, last quarter. Tar and Angelkovic this time again knocks the ball down. Running back is Normington, picks the ball up, goes by on the left foot towards the full forward position. Coming is out as Vesey. Doesn't get a favourable bounce, but Persick has a chance, but Riddle does well. Picks the ball whack, swings onto his left foot. Not a good looking kick, so the skills have definitely gone out of the game now. Matthew, good, clean pickup. Goes to Lewis, Sean. Short kick, goes now, it goes longer towards centre wing. Fletcher and Parker there. From behind comes Scam. Has 20 metres, will be able to pick up, settle, and look for his North Geelong teammate down the ground further, and that's Bryant. Does well. Plays on now, crosses towards the 50-metre zone, kicks towards full forward, but going back is McAuliffe that takes the resulting mark. Handballs on quickly. Riddle coming out of full back. A long kick from Riddle. Nice looking kick. Looking down the ground for Whitney it is, but from behind, Matheson takes the mark. Matheson, centre wing, goes towards Weiss. Weiss trying to get towards the fall of the ball. Does well, the big fella. He's worked hard all day. Now picks the ball up on the left foot. Goes wide. Bryant's by himself. Takes the mark on the 50-metre arc. Over the top, Fletcher calls for the ball. Takes that mark. And Fletcher is now 40 metres out. Goes back. Still looking for short option. Has Allsop in the pocket. But now settles himself down. So young Cameron Fletcher had plenty of the ball out there today. He's probably one of the few North Geelongs that's probably had 15 to 20 touches. Alford runs from behind.
Especially since half-time.
Does good lead there up the ground from Smith, and that's honoured. And Fletcher finds Smith.
You're not bad, Smith. He's had 16 kicks and 4 handballs, Fletcher.
So, young Troy Smith, one of the new recruits this year. I think I'm not too sure where he's come from, but looks to shoot on goal from about 30 metres out. Kicking back into the wind, kicks on goal, looks okay.
It's his second for the quarter.
Umpire says that's a goal.
Was it Fitzsimmons? He's hooked it around the body, and that's another goal. 2 goals in 30 seconds for the North Geelong side. And it's been a game where centre clearances have been crucial, Dale, haven't they?
Oh, they have been, especially with this wind conditions. You need to get that early kick out.
So Tar did the ruck work and then did the roving, gets the ball to half forward. And Scown, just good body work, got his opponent there in Farah out of the contest and has taken a defensive mark.
So Scown goes wide, finds Fletcher again, just short of centre wing, has Bryant inside, he honours that lead and goes short to him. Haven't gained any ground, but they maintain possession. Bryant again goes wider, towards centre wing this time. Not a good-looking kick, but Angelkovic comes through, working hard at ground level. Bryant comes up, does some good work, follows up his poor kick, goes by hand to Fletcher, takes a bounce, now goes towards half forward by the kick, trying to find Allsop, but chipping in is Popovski that takes the resulting mark. And there's the final siren here at Myer Reserve this afternoon.
So when the final siren has sounded, the final score indicates Belpost Hill 17 goals, 13, 115 have defeated North Geelong 9 goals, 9.